everybody, Dave Paling here, and welcome to my highlights of the Formula Sim Racing Pro Division Round 15 from Circuit of the Americas. We're on to my fastest qualifying lap here as we head into turn 1, hard on the brakes, blind apex, see the apex, hit the throttle, hope the rear end doesn't kick out too much, and then we prepare ourselves for the fantastic sweeping section of corners approaching, teasing that throttle all the way through. A little bit of understeer towards the end of the sector, but still a pretty decent sector. Now, I did set my car up solely for race pace around here in Texas, so I didn't focus much on qualifying at all. So when I actually got this lap in, I was surprised at the lap time that it provided, because it is a personal best from the little sort of test runs in qualifying that I had done. But I had focused mainly on race pace, so I was looking forward to this one. So a decent sector 1, we're into sector 2 now, taking the car to its highest speed over the course of the track, 336 kilometers an hour, and then hard on the brakes. Sweep it into the last corner of sector 2, the rear end trying to step out, and now into the sector of corners that I really do not like around this track. The rear end, not a lot of grip there, and then the tricky cornering braking zone. And then we get ready to hit the triple apex. Take a wide entry, little lift, and then hard on the power, hoping the rear end doesn't step out, because if it does, we're gone. And now only 2 corners to go. Penultimate corner, nicely taken, hard on the throttle again. Get ready for this final corner, get it in on the apex, nicely done. Can we get early on the power? A little bit too much on the curb for that. DRS open and heading up to the line, and as I said, this was a personal best lap time for me, which was a 1 minute 38.881, put me in provisional 3rd place, but I started the race in 6th, so I was absolutely delighted with that qualifying session. And given that I'd focused on race pace, I was really looking forward to this race, because from 6th place I felt I may be able to do something special. as we're now formed up on the grid, getting ready to start round 15 at the Circuit of the Americas. I'm thinking about the first turn here, picking and choosing where we may go. Got to be careful of the flag-to-flag cars that are surrounding me. But here we go then. On come the revs. The lights are on. We get ready to fire it up to turn 1, and here we go then. It's not a bad start, but it's not the greatest either. You can see the cars moving around ahead. Oh, be careful of Cook and Jordi Lopez trying to sneak up the inside. And now I've given him a bit of room, gone wide, and I've collected Felix van Delft, and now he's stuck on top of the front of my car. I'm trying to back up here to get him off. That sounds wrong, to get him off the front of my car, and away we go. But I've got damage on, I've got suspension damage. The steering wheel is automatically turned. That is an absolutely disastrous start to the race. Felix has pulled over, he must have damage too. His race is over. Oh my days, from being so positive about how this race could go, it's already gone as bad as it possibly could be. So we pull it over to potentially retire the car, check what damage we've got. Have we got a front wing? Yes, we have. Okay, let's have a look at the replay here then, from the T-cam view. So not a bad start, got a little bit of space ahead. Make sure I don't hit them. And here comes Jordi Lopez up the inside, and given previous dive bombs from him, I've given him plenty of room, but that's led me to collect Felix van Delft, and then we simply get stuck. You can see here I'm trying to back up so he can move, but I'm just pulling him back up the hill. What a disaster. What a disaster, Dave. We're looking for a good result here, and it ends like this. Here we go then from a helicopter view. You can see Jordi Lopez by the pit wall there. David Cook ahead of me, so Jordi goes for the space. I give him the room, run a little wide, and collect Felix. And this is going to cost me, in the end, a back of the grid penalty at the next race and final race in Brazil. So not only has it ruined this event, it's made the next one a hell of a lot more difficult as well. And have one more look at this from the broadcast views now. I tell you what, I can't tell you how much my heart sank with this incident. Not just because I've ruined my own race, but because I've taken Felix with me. Of all the people that I could have hit, it had to be Felix, who I've done World Championship commentary with a few times. And to make things even worse, I did ace commentary with him the day before. I'll get to that in a moment, because I haven't retired the car. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to see if I can actually continue the race here. We'll see how bad the suspension damage really is, see if it is going to be drivable or not. But yeah, the day before this particular race, I did commentary on the FSR Ace race with Felix van Delft, Jeroen Fekel and Martin Stefanko. And there was something I said a couple of times and towards the end of that broadcast, which I'm going to play to you now.
Yep, definitely. So guys, anything to add still?
Only thing I would add is tune in tomorrow to watch me and Felix crash out in Pro.
So yeah, you want to crash, Dave? Okay, let's do it.
No.
So you qualify in front of me? Yes?
Oh, I don't know about that one. We'll find out tomorrow.
Okay. Tune in tomorrow for Pro. It starts at 14 GMT, I believe.
So proof right there then that the commentator's curse is real, because having said that the day before, of all the people I could have hit, I had to hit Felix van Delft and take us both out of the race. I couldn't apologise to him any more than I did. But I am going to try and continue this race, but as you can see as I'm going down the straight, look how much the steering wheel has already turned, and it's rear suspension damage that I've got. We're going to see how the car handles through turn 1 and sector 1, and it's not very nice through turn 1. Let's see how we get on through sector 1. This is probably not going to be very easy. It's round turn 2, a big twitch, and that's from the suspension damage, and you can tell now the car's struggling. Matt Toussaint's stuck in the gravel trap there, and yeah, I'm realising now that this is just going to be dangerous for myself and for all of the other competitors on the track, so I'm pretty much going to have no choice other than to retire the car. So from what should have been a fantastic race, potential fantastic points, turns into complete and utter disaster with my head held in shame. However, there is one more race to go, which would be round 16 at Interlagos, so join me for that one. This has been Dave Palin from a short video from round 15 in the Formula Sim Racing Pro Division from the Circuit of the Americas.